A coffee shop is a lucrative business, providing income for many South African entrepreneurs, but there are some essential factors you need to consider before you venture into this business. You need to decide on the size of your coffee shop, location, the various beverages, the accompaniments you will provide, plus your target market. These factors will be affected by the amount of capital you have. Thus, you should carry out a feasibility study, market research and have a good coffee shop business plan before you venture into this business. A coffee shop's business model is similar to that of a retail store, where the coffee shop has direct access to customers, who are usually local people from the neighborhood. When it comes to your brand, you can offer popular types of coffee such as Assegai Coffee, Douwe Egberts, Jacobs Kronen, and Frisco, to name a few. You can even stand out by providing coffee imported from other countries. There are various other beverages that you can offer, such as herbal teas, various brands of hot and iced tea, and hot and cold chocolate. In addition to providing hot beverages, you can offer snacks, cakes, confectionaries, and entertainment. You can also consider hosting events such as documentary screenings, book readings, and art displays with live music that can appeal to several people. It is important to note that your coffee shop is not just about offering food and beverages to your clients. You are selling an experience. People should be drawn to your shop because of the quality of your coffee as well as the great customer service you provide. This experience is also enhanced by the location you choose for your coffee shop. It is important that you set up your coffee shop in a safe neighborhood where potential clients can find you without hassle. For you to establish a successful business, you need to research your market. You must know who your potential customers are, especially if you are setting up a brick-and-mortar shop. Factors to study include the demographics, needs, and preferences of your potential customers. You must understand your customers' spending patterns as well as their specific needs. You can obtain this information by talking to people in the area, visiting other coffee shops, restaurants, and cafes. Speaking to managers of different establishments can provide you with a lot of insight. By figuring out your potential customers' behaviors, you can better position yourself in the market. You need to know who your competitors are and what they offer in order to improve your customer experience. Understanding the industry in terms of both competitor behavior and customer behavior will help you outline your unique competitive advantage. There are plenty of cafes, coffee shops, and restaurants that sell similar products and services. Even though the market is saturated, you can always find ways to differentiate yourself. This is an important decision to make before you start a coffee shop business. It's important that you locate your coffee shop close to your target market. Consider the amount of road traffic. Find an easily accessible location where people can stop and quickly get service. There are several possible locations, including shopping centers, malls, and the CBD. Opening a coffee shop close to places that typically have potential for traffic such as near schools could be ideal depending on your target market. It is important to be strategic about your neighboring businesses because you are more than likely to feed into each other instead of competing. The cost of buying or leasing the premises should be included in your coffee shop business plan. You need various equipment for your coffee shop business. The equipment you need will depend on the size of your coffee shop and the kind of products you will be selling. Some of the required equipment includes automatic coffee makers, espresso machines, roasters, stoves, ovens and brewers to name a few. When it comes to the Businesses Act in South Africa, any business that offers food and beverages in the form of meals for consumption on or off business premises, or any perishable foodstuffs should have a license. As such, you need to apply for a business license for your coffee shop. As for a certificate of acceptability, you need to provide information about the nature and type of food you handle on the premises, as well as the nature of the handling. Your target niche will determine if your coffee business products will sell. The most popular beverages in most coffee shops and cafes in South Africa are brewed hot coffee and iced coffee, blended coffee, herbal teas, various brands of hot and iced tea, plus hot and cold chocolate. So, it will be advantageous to have all these various beverages in addition to other complementary products. It is also wise to provide complementary services such as free Wi-Fi to attract and retain customers. In addition to selling beverages, you can also sell breakfast, baked goods, and other snacks. Another essential factor in running a coffee shop is selecting the right suppliers for your coffee shop. There are a number of restaurants, cafes, and coffee shops in South Africa. So in order for your coffee shop to succeed, you need to know your competitors. It's important that you conduct a competitive analysis that identifies who your direct and indirect competitors are. Find out what other coffee shops' strengths and weaknesses are and what you can emulate. Visit their establishments to understand who their clientele is and how they draw customers. After the assessment, determine your coffee shop's competitive advantage after assessing your strengths and weaknesses. It's important that you hire employees that are friendly and efficient. Your employees should be passionate about serving the clients. If you want to hit the ground running, it's better to hire a team of people who have experience in this business. Your baristas should be able to brew quality coffee, and your staff members should be able to serve customers efficiently on a regular basis. Marketing a coffee shop is different compared to other businesses. It requires you to be more subtle. A coffee shop provides a highly social experience that relies on word-of-mouth advertising and personal recommendations from other customers. Your coffee shop will benefit from creating a wide, customer-friendly suite of services, since word-of-mouth can be an effective way to turn people into loyal customers. Make sure that you offer free Wi-Fi in your shop and that you install electrical outlets at each table for laptops and phone chargers. Take advantage of live entertainment and regularly book local artists in your shop. Consider hosting poetry readings and other events that have a community feel. This will make your coffee shop stand out in a place that has more than one coffee shop option in the area. Make sure your coffee shop offers a drink, snack, or meal that is not offered by other restaurants or cafes so that your regulars will bring their friends. The demand for coffee in South Africa is huge and increasing. The demand for instant coffee, especially among the younger working class, has been driving up the demand for coffee consumption in the country. This can be seen by an increase in the frequency with which new coffee shops are opening in the country. The cost to start a coffee shop in South Africa can vary widely based on several factors, including the location, size, type of coffee shop, and the level of equipment and decor you choose. Here's a breakdown of the key expenses you can expect. Initial setup costs: location and rent, lease deposit and initial rent, 20,000 to 100,000 rand, depending on the location and size of the shop. Renovations and interior design, 50,000 to 300,000 rand, depending on the condition of the space and your design preferences. Licensing and permits, business registration and licenses, 1,000 to 5,000. Health and safety certifications, 1,000 to 3,000 rand. Equipment: espresso machine, 30,000 to 100,000 rand. High-end models can be more expensive. Coffee grinders, 5,000 to 20,000. Refrigeration units, 10,000 to 30,000 rand. Furniture and fixtures, 20,000 to 100,000. POS system, 5,000 to 15,000 rand. Miscellaneous kitchen equipment, 10,000 to 30,000 rand. Initial inventory, coffee beans and supplies, 5,000 to 20,000. Other consumables, 5,000 to 15,000 rand. Staffing, initial salaries and training costs, 20,000 to 50,000 rand. Ongoing monthly costs: rent, 10,000 to 50,000, location dependent. Utilities, 5,000 to 15,000. Salaries, 20,000 to 50,000 rand, depending on the number of employees. Inventory restocking, 10,000 to 30,000 rand. Marketing and promotions, 2,000 to 10,000. Miscellaneous expenses, 5,000 to 15,000 rand. Estimated total initial cost. Based on the above estimates, the total initial cost to start a coffee shop in South Africa can range from approximately 150,000 to 700,000 rand. This is a broad estimate, and the actual cost can be higher or lower depending on the specific circumstances and choices you make for your business. Key factors affecting costs: location. Prime locations in busy urban areas or shopping centers will be more expensive. Size of the coffee shop. Larger spaces require more furniture, equipment, and higher rent. Quality of equipment. High-end espresso machines and grinders are costly but can be crucial for quality coffee. Design and ambience. A more elaborate and stylish design will increase initial setup costs. Menu offerings. A more extensive menu with food options will require additional kitchen equipment and higher initial inventory. Tips to manage costs: start small. Consider starting with a smaller space and expanding as your business grows. Lease equipment. Leasing coffee machines and other expensive equipment can reduce initial costs. Buy second-hand. Look for quality second-hand equipment and furniture. Negotiate. Negotiate favorable terms for your lease and supplier contracts. Starting a coffee shop requires careful planning and financial management. By understanding and planning for these costs, you can better prepare for the financial commitment and increase your chances of success.